My brother don't give up, no one knows tomorrow. I run out and no one area I got that and no one put on sorry, Beggy, darling.
My name is Emmanuel Izano. I'm from Enugu State. I'm a businessman. I started my business career in 1990 where we were offering what is called digital mapping or geographic information system. We did that for a few years and we diversified into printing. We went into commercial printing, which we still do right now. In the meantime, I've always had agric as a passion. I've always dreamt to have a farm where I will retire to and do my thing and just do something I really love. So sometime last year, I started the hydroponic farm and in a greenhouse setting, which involves growing vegetables in a setting that allows you to grow all through the year. We are not restricted by the seasons of the year. So the farms are primarily irrigated. We also employ hydroponic system of farming where we employ the use of specialized fertilizers that enables us to feed the plants adequately without recourse to, depending on the soil.
Mr. Emmanuel, good afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Good to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
We are glad to be in your farm today.
Okay.
Here is Enugu Agoachi in Ojibwe government area. And one of the things we've talked about for empowering of our youth, we talk about agriculture. And because of our consultation and visitation, we met Mr. Emmanuel. He has a beautiful farm. And this is one of the things we talked about, how to promote agriculture to empower our youth. The elderly who are interested also will be part of this, because this is the future we are talking about. We can't do it alone as a government, but with individuals like this who are already vast in the business, they will help guide those who are interested. So we proceed to the farm where Mr. Emmanuel will tell us more.
Okay, this is a hydroponic setup. Okay. The farm is fed by specialized fertilizers with a particular mix which fits this. And the excess mix comes through this and flows through this strange pipe over to this reservoir over here. Alright, and then the reservoir is sucked back to the source. If you look at this is, you would probably think it's soil, but it's not soil. It's a coconut pit. It's stuff from coconuts. When you remove the core of the coconuts, so it's processed and ground until it has an EC of 0. Okay, neutral EC. Pathogens usually resides in the soil, but with this you eliminate that as a source. So you feed the plant with precisely what the plant needs. So you don't need a soil in this case. That's why it is called hydroponics farming.
Which plant is this now?
This is bell pepper plants. I will show you.
I
don't know, it's a foreign species.
Oh, okay.
If you look at, you see some of the fruits develop.
Okay, the pepper.
Yes, they grow rather large.
Ones, yes.
So these ones here are the ones grown in the soil.
Yellow pepper.
Bell pepper plants grown in the soil. If you take a look, you see it has a drip line. A drip irrigation line that wets and feeds the soil. But this one is more of a conventional sort of farming. But we employ the use of manure, we employ the use of some other plant food that aids the growth in the soil. So you can see there are various stages of development. You probably see the pepper plants now. They usually grow rather large eventually. That's some of them. On the middle trough we have this one here. This one is called habanero. It's a hot pepper, very spicy. That's another breed of pepper. This one here we are planted earlier, so they are fully grown. You will notice a lot of ripe fruit. If you go through that you see a lot of ripe fruits. But essentially they are the same. This is just an organic way of capturing pests, tiny insects that affect the plants. So when they are attracted by yellow colored stuff, they think it's a flower. So when they get that, they get stuck and it's eliminated for us. So that minimizes the use of pesticides.
So with this system now, farming is done all around the year.
Oh yes, farming is done all around the year, and you are able to customize the environment for the plants. The plant gets what it needs, and it does very well. It is capital intensive for the first time, but usually what I advise is you don't have to start big. You can start with a small. Greenhouse farming does not have to be to a particular specification of size. You may start with a very small size.
A small scale business.
Right.
And then grows to
exactly.
whatever.
Then the growth, the profits will fund further growth. This one is 10 meters by 15 meters. All right.
Which can serve as somebody's backyard.
Oh yes, with this will definitely elevate poverty. Just with one of these, whoever owns a thing like this is out of poverty, because the proceeds will be adequate for him to escape poverty.
Is there age limit for those who can practice this?
That's the big advantage. Anybody that is, I would say, from 12 years old to 90-something years old can practice this, because it's not intensive in labor. A lot of the things are easy to do. There is no weeding. I forgot to mention that, because the environment is so customized that the weeds will not grow. So we don't do weeding here. So that's a big savings of labor. And because we use this system of a trough where we build something like a cubicle for the soil, you don't have to do any ridging. You just prepare this and fill it up with sand or soil, okay? And of course, I suggest while doing it, you mix it with good nutrients. And once that is done, that's it. There is nothing more to be done. It's it's simple. It's not labor intensive like the conventional farming. And you are in a shade. It's not as hot as it is outside. So you can afford to walk all through. And even in the night, for example, we have electricity here. We can put on the lighting, okay? Sometimes even midnight, 1 a.m., you can walk here. So you are not restricted. So it's your passion.
When sleep leaves your eyes in the night, you can
exactly. You can
keep yourself busy.
Yes, and feel happy, yes.
So what is the market like?
Okay, the market is encouraging and very good. The beauty of it is, while competitors, undergoing conventional farming may not be able to produce some of the products in particular times of the year, you are able to produce and get a good market value. One of the tips here is to target things like, especially tomatoes, you target periods where it's in short or low supply in the market. So you target in such a way that it comes out at those periods. Because frankly, you cannot really compete with the people doing the open farming, okay? Because open farming has very low cost inputs than, to build a greenhouse, for example, is like building a real estate. So the open farming doesn't cost that much. So it's not always easy to compete with the open farmers.
In essence, it's not only a particular crop you plant, and you can harvest this now and then plant another one immediately on this and then.
Well, yes, it will make sense to plant a tree in the greenhouse or to plant things that are massive. Yeah. That's why vegetables are suited for it. Things that will not be pervasive in growth, that will grow in a form that will not spread out so much. Things that spread so much, it doesn't make sense to grow them in the greenhouse. So vegetables are actually the best for greenhouses.
Emmanuel, seeing different colors of rope, is it of any significance or any special duty? Okay,
if you mean these ones here.
Yes.
Yes. The colors doesn't matter. It's just to provide support for the plant. Apparently, most vegetables, including tomatoes, when they grow, they are like vine, like yam. So they need to be staked. So that is basically what we're doing, because if you don't, they'll fall and you lose the fruits. So the ropes serve as a stabilizing thing for them to keep it straight. Okay, and then enables it to maximize sunlight, reception of sunlight. greenhouse roof must be transparent. Okay? Otherwise, the humidity.
So when do we
These ones are harvested every week.
Oh,
We do our harvesting every week.
okay.
Usually we take it to the market every week, once a week. We have
This and so this is done right here in Achi, Enugu, Ojiva local government area. His compound. What is stopping you from getting on board in agriculture? And you can do better because you can also do it. I can also do it. Let us team up together and make agriculture worthwhile and help us to move from consumption to production.
our greenhouse 3. It's a little bit, the plant it has is the oldest so far. The peppers here are over a year old, so most of them are nearing their end of life. That's why they are all fully grown, and we hope to decommission it very soon. But in the meantime, it's still productive. It's been, it has yielded a lot of good fruits. I think it's getting a bit tired though.
Because who walk who go chop
These are reusable cups which we use to plant young seedlings. Okay, it helps us to, it gives us the advantage of a succession. All right, when you plant and you want to replace, you don't have to wait 2 months. Some of these plants are up to 3 months old. So once you transplant them, they blossom fast. So within a month you can start harvesting. All right, but if you have to wait and start from scratch, it wastes a lot of time. So this was our first greenhouse. This is kale. This vegetable is called kale. It's just like lettuce. It can be eaten raw. Okay. So it's not done in commercial quantity. It's more of a subsistence sort of thing.
This carrot, no?
Right.
For personal use.
For personal use, yeah.
When are you doing commercial?
It's not viable for greenhouse because of competition from the open farming.
Okay.
So it's not. We will make. So I will show you.
This is 1, this is 5.
This is 5. This is number 5. Let's follow it.
Yeah.
That is the way.
What is the flow?
So this is greenhouse 5. This was done much later. It's all on soil.
Okay.
Go for
Here there's no.
There is no concrete. It's just on natural. So basically when we started, we were trying different things. So here we decided to be as close to nature as possible. Right. So it's also pepper, and the size of these peppers are pretty big.
Yeah.
So you can pick some of them.
The size is very big. It's bigger than the one in the other
Yes,
side.
this is another species. See another big one there. So the peppers come in various varieties too. There are many types of seeds. And the seeds come with different disease-resistant qualities.
Yeah.
This is also part of greenhouse 5.
Yeah. Here is in
In a trough.
a trough.
Right.
Here is
Just on the ground.
on the ground.
Just on the ground.
So, which means
you can actually
we
grow
can
on the
actually
ground.
grow on the ground.
Obviously.
Because these are things it will
It
have
makes
to
it
reduce
cheaper.
cost.
Oh yes, a lot of costs. And you would also notice that we used wood here. The
Yes.
construction was done with wood,
With wood,
not galvanized pipes.
which reduces cost the more.
A lot. We get a lot of wood from the village.
Yes. So because at a point I started panicking if small scale can start off.
Yeah, but
with
with
the
wood
and
right,
stone
on the ground, on the
it
soil.
seems anybody can start.
Sure.
Anybody can start.
Right.
Or you just need a space behind your house.
Exactly.
In abundance, yeah. Ogozi papa mo, ogozi mama mo, ogozi kuni pe, ogozi kuni mo. My brother Jidenna, ni feni ni neme. Ebube chukwu so no so gadima e. Makejana, bisi jele. Jebe chukwu dwa e. Never chukwu diwa e. So many reasons I go thank the Lord. Him and enemies, it's all look and as we know do nothing, now we they talk about it. I look at my life and look at the love I get to boy in Baka. I got the shining because I know my God, in Baka. I know they worry, I try to me, my God, the day, my Matao. Every morning, so I'm calling, open up my andao. Feeling up my azao. Chineke, people, and you make me hero from zero. Stop it, I'm from my country. Listening not to my past, I know if you forget the baby go. So keep it going, I'm going to go. My car, the life will make me go. In my limit, second case, they could come on the baby go. I never chuku kaina osibike chuku kaina so chuku de dwalije ube chuku zoni fina obajo dolo wane kosra chigio ibe sibike chuku kodi oye yana tia so iyo
So it's going to take it from the reservoir and take it up here. So
No, it's going to take it from
that reservoir over there. Okay, through this small pump. And then over here. Just a bit of gravity and that's all. Once you have a slope, you'll be fine. So it comes out here and then it will start dripping into this. And then the excess nutrients now goes back to the so it's saturated.
the way it's dripping.
Right.
It doesn't rush, it just drips.
Yes, it's better that way.
So the excess goes back through this.
Right, it goes back through this, back to the reservoir. Yes. So this one is just a backyard farming. That we said take advantage and make it like a greenhouse. So this would be a very low-cost greenhouse. Essentially, give it a net cover to minimize the impact of insects, and then just a transparent roofing. Some people use transparent waterproof, but they don't last long. That's the problem. These ones are better. This is a nursery where we prepare the greenhouses for, as we plant the seeds and they germinate here, and then from there we move them to the greenhouses. However, it also contains some vegetables just for our own use. These are lettuce vegetables. They are ready to eat. Just wash and eat.
This is essentially wooden table.
Yes, it's an elevated table, wooden table, suspended table, yes. And it has only sand.
Sand.
Yeah, just sand. So you notice some have stayed so long in the cups, they've started flowering. So you're sure at least they are up to 3 months. About 2 months it's gone. This one has been consumed now. So we have to prepare this bed for another round. This bed is done. So we'll clean this up soon and add some more nutrients and then we'll plant another one. Yeah. There are some small, like saints, there's curry, just for subsistence. The nursery tray gives you the advantage of, like this one now will take up to 200. By the time you plant on top of this, you cover the whole thing.
What a wonderful experience. What a wonderful tour. At the back of his house, we have all these being grown. What are you waiting for? To key in to support Chijioke Okereke for House of Rep, to support Labour Party, because we are willing to move from consumption to production. Trust us, for we will deliver to our promises. Vote Labour Party. Vote P2B for president. Vote us for Senate, vote us for House of Rep, vote us for governorship, and vote Labour Party for House of Assembly. We need to take charge. We have seen it's doable, and we have gotten a partner and other partners who will also key in to help train people who will do this. This is done in Achi, Enugu Achi, in Oji local government area of Enugu State. Behind his house. What more are you waiting for? Join us in our various social media handles for follow-up and updates on various activities as we unveil them. Vote Labour Party, Ebeselo, Papa, Mama, and Pikin. Ebeselo Madeto. We can do better. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Our partner. To train the youth first, they have the idea, the knowledge. Then we can now go into implementation phased. Because if you look at what they are doing currently, they will say they are empowering the youth. The programs will come, but you will not see, not the training, not the implementation.
Yes, the project needs hands-on training. It's not something you read. A lot of hands-on application will help. They will be able to get their hands dirty. And it's not just agric. They need to learn a bit of carpentry because there will be a lot of carpentry work. Just basic knowledge of carpentry, basic knowledge of plumbing, because there will be a lot of irrigation stuff to be done. So you don't have to keep awarding jobs to people to increase your cost. So you need to know, even welding if possible.
Yes.
So you have these basic skills and then you add it to the
do it
skill.
yourself.
Then you do well. You do very well. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, it's a pleasure having you. Yeah. And all the best.
Thank you.
Right.
After the rain, no dey come sunshine. No matter how we dark it, they must pray.